Hello everyone, Barb here from barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. Today's project is my VIP gift to my VIP customers who've signed up under me. They went to barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com, clicked on the VIP tab, and read all about it and decided it was for them. So I like to do a little project that's special just for my VIPers. This is this month's project. It comes in a kit. Everything is all stamped and everything is ready to go. All you have to do is assemble. This is the card design. Now you can see that the card design here is a vertical card where mine is going to be horizontal. The piece of paper here, this really cute piece of paper, and I'll show you, you get an envelope and you get the card base. I do have a piece of Mink that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this little beautiful piece of heart paper. I think this was a part of the mix-in from the previous catalog, but I had a little strip of it. Wasn't tall enough to go this way, so I decided to go this way, and you can do that. These are wonderful little sketches to get you going if you're a little stuck on an idea. I also have another little piece of some pattern paper that was from my stash, a piece of vellum. This is Stampin' Up! Don't tell anyone, but it was something that I got somewhere along the line. I think it was a freebie that I earned when I bought something. And you'll also get this little white piece that will be stamped for you and a piece of our shimmer trim. You'll notice on my shimmer trim, I leave you a little tail here. I do that even on my roll. When I'm peeling it off, I always leave a little bit of the acetate behind so that I have something to grab and it makes it easier to use the shimmer trim. So this card is pattern number 2, and it is in the Make It From Your Heart Volume 4. So this is pattern number 2, and over here this does give you all the measurements if you want to make the card as is. I of course flipped it on its side, so we're doing a little different thing. The other things that I used here, sending prayers, sentiments. This is something from years gone by, a few years ago, but I love the sentiment, and this one says sending you love. And then I did use the brackets here. Let's see. This is called Stitched Fancy Brackets. So I love these, and they're still available. First thing we're going to have to do is I'm going to use this stencil. This is a retired stencil, and I keep them in one of our big 12 by 12 envelopes that we sell. This is just like the pockets that our stamps come in, and it works really well for 12 by 12 items. I have a piece of some scratch paper laying here, and so I have the piece of Mink, and I thought it would be pretty to put a little bit of glitter on there. So I'm just gonna line this up on here. I've got my stencil here, and I was toying with doing some ink blending, and then I saw my little stickles. These are the Moon Dust stickles. I love them. You can use these stickles. You can also use I think I have a little pot here of, yes, these are the icicle stickles. This has a little more gold in it, but you can use these little squeezy guys. I am using a palette knife that was a part of a set that we had. I think they have still have some kind of a palette knife. I'm grabbing some of these stickles out. You don't need a ton. And you just start smearing it. I'm not looking for total coverage. I don't even have to go over here because that will be covered with the paper. You just spread it around. It doesn't have to be perfect unless that's the look you're going for. This will come pre-done for you. So if you like it perfect, sorry, it's not going to be perfect. It's just going to be hit or miss. But I like to spread it around. It's like spreading butter, spreading frosting. And then I take this at about a 45-degree angle, and I do a little scraping, and this helps to spread the stickles, and it also helps to pick up any of that extra stickle goodness. And I just swipe it back into my jar so that I can use it on another project. And that's all there is to doing that. You set it aside to dry. You can take a heat gun and heat it dry. I'm just going to set this one aside. And get this all out of here. I am just going to quickly, there we go. Got some little wipes here. I'm just going to wipe this off, and you take it to the sink and wipe it, wash it off with soap and water. I will do that, but I just want to get the majority of the yuck off of there. If you let that dry on there, it can cause you some issues. And I wipe off the little palette knife too, and then I can get after it and clean it up better at a later moment. So I've got one here that has the glittery stuff all ready to go. I'm going to wrap that out of there. And you can see how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to take my card base, and I am going to go all the way around the edge of this with my tape runner. This is my ATG gun. I just really like using my ATG gun. And I'm going to just put this down on here. And it should be good to go. Next step is to take the pretty heart paper. Give that a little bit of adhesive. You can use liquid adhesive if you like. Whatever floats your boat, whatever you find works best for you. And this goes right here on the edge. And next we'll put down the little black pattern piece. This one is cut a little bit long. I'm leaving a little tiny gap. Sorry for my head in the way there. Leaving a little gap. You can see it's a little bit long. It's just how it worked out. Flip it over, trim the excess off. Then you take this strip, and you can see here where I left that little tail, and you just pull that off. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it's also a little bit long, so that you don't have to worry about trying to get it on there perfectly. Just flip it over and trim off what hangs off the edge. Just like that. Isn't that pretty and sparkly and lovely? Next thing we have to put on here, and I am going to look at this. So we're at 5.5. So 2 3/4, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yep, 2 3/4. So right around there, that's where this is going to go. And I know that my next layer is going to cover up, so I'm just throwing my adhesive in the middle, not along the edges, but just in the middle. And I'm centering this right on the black strip there. And then I have this all pre-stamped for you, but I wanted to show the stamping. My black ink. You can see I've been stamping. Ink it up well. Looks good. And I'm setting it down, giving it some pressure, and holding it in place for just a few seconds to get that ink to transfer. And I find that I get a better stamped image when I do that. This is a little heart that I robbed off of some stamp set because we're close to my heart. We get lots of hearts on our stamp sets. So you just look through your stash And I'm putting 3 little hearts on here. Just like that. Close this up before disaster strikes. And this one can get put right on here. I think I'm going to leave it flat. I'm not going to pop it up because I will probably mail this card out, and popping it up usually means extra postage, and I'm being a cheapie today. And that's it. That's how you assemble that card. Super easy. Everything will come good to go. You just have to assemble. Thank you, my VIPers, for being part of VIP from Close to My Heart under me, barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a blessed crafty day, and I will see you next time.